Wise Food Company are really in a great position to help you and me protect ourselves and our families, because folks, unfortunately, we live in a world where things happen. It could be floods. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those in Louisiana who are struck with 7 trillion gallons of rain last month. It could be tornadoes or hurricanes. It could be earthquakes. Folks, stuff happens. There's power outages. There's winter storms. And when something strikes, we need to make sure that we can feed ourselves and our family. Well, if God forbid that is the case, it's great to know that you can reach for food that's actually going to taste good. We have put together a package tonight that is the biggest and best ever, with over 100,000 spoken for over the past couple of years. You see this big sealed container that is bug-proof, waterproof, rodent-proof. Inside this, there are 140 servings. That breaks down to 68 servings of food, 32 servings of dessert, and 40 beverage servings. To give you some idea of the value, the lovely Stephanie Roberts, by the way, who I love doing this with every single year. Stephanie, so good to see you, my darling. We, so far, 115,000 have been spoken for. The value is one thing, because this is the best value in the United States of America. When you and I first launched this a few years back, I still have mine. It's on the top shelf in the pantry, and it's good. It feels good knowing it's there.
And I'm glad you haven't needed it, because this is such an unusual product, because we're actually selling something we don't want you to need, but we want you to have, because we know we need to prepare. Now, the big question is, what are we preparing for? Does it really matter? There are so many uncertainties in life, be it the weather, be it the headlines just from the weekend alone, enough to make you think, oh my, what is happening with the world? What this does, this 140 servings and a bucket itself that is great to have around, this is what you will have for peace of mind in your home. Let me tell you exactly what's coming to you in our grab and go bucket. So 140 servings of great tasting food that includes 10 entrees, if you will. They would be meals that you would eat for lunch or dinner, plus 3 different types of breakfast entrees, more grain, cereal type foods, 2 different types of desserts, and 2 different types of beverages, a whey milk and an orange drink. And I love the inclusion of whey milk, because milk is one of those things, those refrigerated products, those things you just can't find when things start to go wrong. So all of this comes to you. It's packaged in an amazing way that is so unique to Wise. I want to tell you about the packaging, and it all starts with what happens in the factory. You can see Adam holding that package in his hand. Well, in the factory, our product is dehydrated and packaged with what's called a modified atmospheric package. And you're thinking, okay, what's that mean to me? That means that Wise's technology seals out humidity, seals out oxygen, seals out things that make food go bad, so that everything packaged in these packages lasts for up to 25 years. 25 years. So we're offering you this grab and go bucket that is a great sturdy piece of equipment to begin with. It's waterproof, it's bug proof, it's rodent proof. And inside there are 140 servings of foods and drinks that will be there anytime you need them for up to 25 years. And oh, by the way, this is all we do to make it. You simply add water. It doesn't get any better than this. So that you have a meal, just food for your family, ready to go simply by adding water at any time. Now, the water that you see here, you notice that it's sitting on a burner.
Sure.
I want you to understand, it does not need to be hot.
No.
We are doing that simply to speed things up. I want Adam to be able to try this, to speak to this. But think about in a power outage situation. Obviously, you're not going to be heating your water on your stove, because if you have an electric stove, for sure, it's not going to work. If you have a gas stove, okay, maybe. But either way, you're covered. You do not need hot water. All you need is water. And that is what makes a difference.
With 140 servings, to give you an idea, this is going to feed a family of 4 for 1 whole week. This will feed 1 adult for a whole month. There's a lot of food here, folks. There's a lot of food, and obviously, it doesn't need me to tell you, but if you only buy 1 item today, it has to be this. It has got to be Wise Food Company's incredible ultimate preparedness kit that really gives you that nutrition, that sustenance. If, God forbid, we can't leave the house, if there's a lot of snow, if there's a winter storm, if there's a power outage, if there's mayhem, whatever it may be outside, we are okay because we're inside and we've got food we can eat. But the reason why Wise Company has been so successful is because they created food, chef-inspired food, chef-formulated recipes, unique recipes that actually taste good.
Exactly, and that's the part I really want you to try to grasp. And really the only way you're gonna get it is when you bring it home and give it a try yourself.
Yeah.
But these recipes, as Adam mentioned, have been carefully crafted by chefs and tested. And I want to show you what types of food we're looking at. So within your 140 servings, rice pilaf, one of our entrees. Remember, 10 lunch and dinner type entrees. And they're hearty, stick to your ribs kind of foods. The chicken soup, an absolute customer favorite, Southwest rice and beans. This is the yogurt. We consider that kind of one of the breakfast entrees. And again, this is yogurt made with water, but wait till you taste how creamy it is. I'm a huge fan of the vegetable rotini. That is my personal favorite. Mac and cheese. Good old cheesy mac. And you'll notice these are comfort type foods. And that was very purposely done. We very much like also a new addition that I want you to try, Adam.
Please.
This is teriyaki rice.
Oh, I heard about this
Who would have thought in the middle of a, you know, an emergency or disaster situation that you'd need takeout? But you don't. You can have it right here in your own home. So the teriyaki rice, you see the spicings, you see the vegetables.
Really good.
This is real food. Who would have known that that didn't come from a restaurant down the street?
Do you know how many people call us and say, listen, I understand, I get that this is an emergency preparedness kit, but my gosh, I go camping, I go hiking. I'm gonna take this food with me because it tastes really good. I can taste it.
Exactly, and so what we want you to do is bring this home, rip it open, and try this food. One of my favorite things about working with Wise is that we are a customer pick. So that tells me that people are trying the food and saying, you're right, this does taste great. You're looking at the pasta Alfredo. You want to take it home and try it. The beans, the beef stroganoff, the tortilla soup. These are, first of all, there's 10 different entrees, and you can tell they range from kind of kid-friendly foods like mac and cheese to something like the Southwest rice and beans and the tortilla soup. I gotta tell you, it's got a little kick. And you want it to have a little kick.
Tastes good.
It's because that's how the food is supposed to taste. This is not food that takes the place of real food. No. This is food. There are real vegetables, real pieces of protein, the beef, the chicken, and honestly, in a blind taste test at home, and I always encourage you to do this. Get out that tortilla soup, get out the Southwest rice and beans. Do not tell your family that that is food that comes from a pouch, and let them see how great it tastes.
They'd simply never know. Folks, just come with me for just a real fast second. I begged and pleaded for at least 40 minutes tonight to go over this, because quite frankly, with 140 servings, with all this food, it takes a little while. They said, no, you can't do it, Adam, because we just don't have enough for the entire day. I want to get out of the way immediately the price, because this is the best value in the United States of America. If you go to Wise Food right now, their website, they have, and I wrote it down, they have a 60 serving for $149. We are a 140 serving for $99. And we pay the shipping and handling, and it's on 4 flex pay. You must buy this. I would never be so bold to say that about products, but I say that here because, for heaven's sake, we've got to be prepared. But sometimes it takes a little nudge. It takes somebody to say, listen, this is what you need. This is going to last up to 25 years. It's in a waterproof, bug-proof, rodent-proof container that is sealed. The food has been hand-picked, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You've got drinks in there. You've got everything you could possibly need to survive, and it tastes great to go along with it. If you've ever used Wise Food, or you've tried the Wise Company, we'd love to talk to you tonight on 1-866-376-8255. Your testimonials mean a lot, and Stephanie, you know I always say it, but good products, good brands, good people deserve to do well, and this company does everything right. It is a made in the USA company. This is brought to you by people who understand that you have to expect the unexpected. Yes. There are so many amazing organizations and things in our country that are set up to help us, like the Red Cross, who we'll be talking about throughout the day today. But the bottom line is, you need to be able to take care of yourself, because when something does go wrong, it often is not just you that's in need. Right. So if you can keep
track and care of those within your four walls and your close family and friends. Think about the relief that you have knowing that this grab-and-go bucket is sitting in a cool, dry place. That's all this takes, a cool, dry place. Mine is under my bed. Adam, where's yours?
Mine's on the top of the pantry.
You know, so that's it. And very honestly, I sleep a little better in that bed, knowing that should anything happen, power outage, weather-related, you know, mess of the world,
we're gonna be okay.
We're okay. And you know, I like the fact too that we can use this for camping.
Sure.
We can use it for hunting. I know our hunters really like it because you know, you may be in a place for a long period of time and you may decide that it's time for a serious stick to your ribs kind of meal. Something like a mac and cheese, something like a beef stroganoff. Because again, these aren't just throwaway foods.
Right.
You know, we're not talking tuna in a can here. These are entrees. The tortilla soup has more ingredients in it than I typically would put in the tortilla soup I try to make for my family. And when you look at the ingredients, again, this is real food. This is not a list of chemicals.
No.
That, you know, that, let's see, that blue box of mac and cheese I'm sure you're familiar with. Read that list of ingredients and compare it to this one. You know, this is the real deal.
You would be surprised and amazed pleasantly. We're going to go to the phones because we only have 14 minutes left. It's Patty in Ohio. Patty, welcome to HSN. You're live with Stephanie and Adam. How are you tonight?
Hi, Patty.
I'm great and feeling much better now.
Have you seen this before?
I got these. I have 5 grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
From 13 to 1. And I feel safer knowing that and I understand these foods are wonderful.
Yes.
And I feel better knowing that no matter what happens, weather or more, that my grandchildren will have food. Wow. And that's all that matters to me, is that they're prepared. And this sounds like a great way to do that.
Oh, Patty, I mean, Stephanie, that's...
What a great idea.
This is what we want to hear. I mean,
absolutely.
This means, I mean, it's priorities, and you're right, it's our loved ones, it's our families, they're the ones that matter and count. Patty, we're so thrilled that you did this tonight. We'll get them sent straight out to you. And stay safe, Patty. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Good night. God bless.
Good night.
Good night. I love what she brings up, you know, thinking about your family, thinking about gifting them, because, you know, it's hard. It's hard to think, okay, do I want to spend money for something I'm not going to use right away? Now, first of all, I want you to use it. Get them out and eat a couple for dinner. You've got 140 servings, right?
Plenty to go around.
Plenty to go around, so get out and try it. But to be able to give it to keep someone else safe, I think that's wonderful. Okay, Adam, you have to try my favorite. Okay. This is our vegetable rotini, and something else that Wise has done that I just love.
I know this one.
We've listened to our customers, but it's different. We have improved upon our customer favorite recipes to make them even better. Look at the vegetables in there.
Folks, there's no other way to describe it, and I'm very conscientious of the fact that people find this hard to believe. It's as if you've gone to a restaurant and ordered a pasta dish. It is that good. But please understand, that is the secret to this company's success. That's why they're featured all over America in all these big publications and on TV shows, because they create gourmet food. This is gourmet food that you can go to anytime you need. I'll tell you what, can we do this, Stephanie? Can we just go to these partner pieces just for a moment?
Absolutely.
In a minute, you're going to see the 10-minute clock. We do not have a lot of these to go around, and the one thing that I got a lot of emails about saying, last today's special of the year.
Yes.
Last chance to be able to do it. We unfortunately are heading into that season. 'Tis the season for a lot of power outages and snowstorms and everything else.
We're ending up hurricane. We're heading into winter. So we do know that things happen weather-wise.
Yes.
We're telling you about the 140 serving grab-and-go bucket, which is obviously an amazing